Righty-ho. I'm scared I'm going to lose all my friends during lockdown. Okay, I think a lot of people are worried about this. No one's seeing each other. No one's got that same connection with everyone. So I feel like it's not just a you thing, it's everyone, but no one's really saying it. Obviously me, I haven't really felt that, but when you're younger, I'm not sure how old this person is, but when you're younger, sometimes it can worry you a lot more when like you lose friends. Like, not saying that like you don't have real friends when you're younger, but when you get older, friends become a lot more solid. I don't really care what anyone says. Like, friends become so solid to the point where you could not speak for a year and still be fine. So I just say try and keep as much contact as possible. FaceTime your friends if possible. Send them memes, text them. It's very easy to start becoming distant during this period of time, to the point where you don't actually like make the effort to message anyone. Not saying that you aren't, not saying that's a bad thing, because it's very easy, and I'm doing it currently. Like, I struggle to like message people. But if you are worried about it, I just say just put in as much effort as possible, and if they are your real friends, they'll put the effort back. So yeah. Okay, this person says, I want to be able to go out with my friends, but my parents are kind of strict. First of all, don't go out right now, obviously. Second of all, maybe invite them round, or you could go to it's after lockdown. Let me just get that straight. Maybe allow them to call their parents. I feel like that's what my mum used to do. If she didn't know the mum, she would always talk to the mum on the phone before I went round there, just so they can like, you know, get along, and, you know, mum friends and mum conversations. It might make your parents feel a bit more comfortable about it. If you are able to introduce your friends to your parents so they can see that they're a good influence, or they're not going to get you into bad things. And obviously, because I'm guessing this person is young, it makes sense why they're strict, because they're just worried about you. A lot of parents might feel like you don't understand why they're strict. You have to understand why they're strict, and that they want you to be safe. So if you say, oh, do you want to talk to so-and-so's mum? And like, you can talk to them about things like just to make sure that everything's okay. Like, if you take that responsibility on yourself and show them that you actually understand the restrictions that they're placing, it probably will raise them a little bit, maybe, depends on the parent. But I feel like if you get them involved in what you do and talk to them about your friends more, it will make them feel more immersed in your life, because every parent wants their kid to be happy. So if you just try and involve them in your life, they might like wonder, oh, how's Katie, you know, like they might ask like how your friends are if you talk about them a lot, you know. That's just my opinion, but yeah. Okay, this person said, I honestly feel like I am never going to be able to let anyone in, like to have a relationship, because the last person that I was willing to date used me as like the virgin girl, but he wanted to get with, but luckily I didn't sleep with him. But now I just feel like everyone will do me like that, and I'm scared that no one has true and pure intentions. That's really sad. Boys are just so trash sometimes. Like, that, I don't get how that's like such a popular thing, like the virgin girl. What, oh my gosh, like what is so fascinating about it? Like, why, like I find that kind of like rapey and kind of like creepy. Like, why do you fancy a virgin girl just because she's virgin? You want to take away her innocence, being with a virgin just to be the virgin girl. That's weird. Like, what is this, the nativity play? Like, come on now. Obviously this kind of contradicts to what I was saying about like you don't know people's pure intentions during lockdown. If you just try and like build a friendship with someone before, like on, you know, text, because that's what we can do right now, and afterwards, don't, you know, get straight into it after, because you still don't know their pure intentions. But I would say just make friends, solid friends, because I think people forget that in relationships, like it's not built on the love and the kiss and the romance and all that. I'm not saying this person doesn't know that, I'm pretty sure they do, but build a friendship first, so then you know that the intentions are pure and that you know that they've got your back in a friendship and platonic way first, before you take it that far. Let them in slowly and become friends with them and build that trust. And when you hang out for the first time, if you do, tell them that you just want to be friends for now and you just want to hang out as friends. So you go to the, I don't know, bowling. I wouldn't even say movies, because you don't know, they might try something in the movies, like kiss you or whatever. Bowling, or go out to eat, or go to the park, go on a walk. Do something that's like open and chatty. Don't invite him around your house, or don't go to his house. Because I feel like that just leads to wrong things if it's the wrong person, you know. I'm just talking practically. And obviously the don't letting people in thing, that might be a deeper like problem, but in order to handle it on a practical basis, I would say just build up from friends. Like, you got to build a solid foundation in order to actually build the relationship. So if it's going to be a relationship, that foundation's going to be solid, baby, because if it's not, it's going to fall down. So make sure that that's what you got with them beforehand. Right, I have a best friend who I've known for years and is like my sister, but sometimes she can be quite controlling. I don't want to end our friendship because it's been going for so long and we're so close. I don't want to bring it up because it can be demoralising. Can you please help me what to say? PS, love your videos. Oh, thank you. I would bring it up when she does it next time. Don't just bring it up randomly when you guys are on good terms. If she tries to control you, just say, no, I want to do this. Can you not say that? Can you not try and do that? But say it in a way that's stern but not mean, because I feel like people are like always scared of hurting people's feelings, but they don't think about themselves. I know that it's hard to like be the bigger person sometimes. Not the bigger person, but be like the one who stands their ground, because you're not sure how people are going to react. But if you don't stand up for yourself, it will continue to happen. It will continue to get worse, because she's got uncomfortable now with just being controlling with you. So it's going to become like a cycle that's going to be hard to break out of if you just don't say it now. Because it will just happen to you again in other relationships. Because if you keep being like the underdog, trust me, I know I was, and I'm not trying to say this to be like horrible, because I was the underdog and I was always that like friend that didn't like back themselves, and now I am, luckily. But I got out of it by just being stern with people, just telling people, don't treat me like that, like I'm being serious. And it might upset them, it might irritate them and whatever, but if they respect you enough, they'll respect that you don't like that and that you don't want to be controlled and that you're your own person. And if they don't respect it, then they can go off somewhere else, because I know it's sad to like let go of a friend, and I'm not saying let go of the friend, I'm giving you practical reasons to work it out before it gets to that point. But what I'm saying is that don't lose yourself in the process of trying to keep a friend. It's not worth losing your identity and losing your capability to stand up for yourself just because you want to have a friendship, when there might be a better friendship out there, or you might be able to have a better friendship with that person if you stand up for yourself and you set boundaries. Because I know it's not a relationship, but you still need loads of boundaries in friendships in order to make it work. So you need to set that boundary, and hopefully she can work around it and help you more and be more supportive and less controlling and more accepting of what you do and whatever it is she's controlling, you know? It's like having a dog and it keeps pooing inside. Obviously the dog is annoying and pooey and like won't listen to me and whatever. If you train the dog to poo outside, you won't have that problem anymore. You don't have to get rid of the dog and get a new one, because it will just happen again because you don't know how to train the dog. If you try and train your friends to treat you a certain way and have them understand what you mean, you won't have that annoying friend anymore, controlling friend. You'll have a friend that behaves himself just like a dog, you know? That's kind of a demoralising analogy, but I hope that makes sense.
Just quickly, can we just deep like how I drink my drinks? Like, I've never seen myself drink before, but it just looks so weird. Like, why do I look like that? Ew.
Okay, this next one is, I moved to a new school before lockdown and started to make friends, but now since lockdown I've forgotten how to socialise. Same. Have any tips for making new friends after lockdown? First of all, let me just say it's probably going to be easier to make friends after lockdown because everyone has lacked socialisation, everyone's lacked friends for a long time, so you won't be the only one in that boat, you know? And if you're on about school, in a school setting, everyone's going to be so fresh and new to the point where I feel like everyone's going to be like renewed after lockdown. Like, I'm not trying to be like, you know, all hippie-ish, but I feel like people will be open to new things because they've been inside and restricted for so long. So like, people will be more open to make new friends and socialise and, you know, learn about new things. So if you're in school, you can literally just use it as a conversation starter. Like, oh my gosh, like lockdown, like I don't know, that they're probably more likely to want to make new friends after lockdown because they don't want to like waste their time. Like, they want to make the most, everyone's going to want to make the most of their time after lockdown. So I feel like making new friends is going to be like just a generic thing for everyone at this point. And if you're like, you move to a new school, people are probably going to join clubs more because they haven't been out for a long time. Try and sit next to new people in class. Just like have small talk. Like, I know sometimes people find small talk really like awkward, but you just have to do it. Like, everyone's lacked socialization for ages, so someone talking about the weather, it's probably going to be interesting to them and they're going to want to talk to you about it. So you never know, someone you might start small talk with might be very happy to start small talk with, then next minute you're friends and you've got each other on social media and you're hanging out, whatever. We can't take anything for granted anymore, so like making new friends and being sociable is going to be like a really prided thing. Not saying you have to be like that, but a lot of people are going to be leaning more that side and wanting to socialise because we haven't had it for so long. So I feel like that's all I really have to say. It's going to be easier, so just make the most of it. I have a big friendship group and everything was fine until one friend left the school and now it's falling apart. People don't like each other and people are being fake. But when we hang out with her, it goes back to the way it was. Oh, this girl is a piece of the puzzle. I just want everyone to be able to be friends when she isn't there. Any advice? Okay, well, first of all, lockdown is going on. If anyone's going to fall out during this period of time, it's going to be this time. So that's kind of a Debbie Downer. But if people are being fake to each other, I wouldn't try and build a foundation on fakeness. And that's probably not what you want to hear. I wouldn't say try and be the mediator and like figure it all out. I'm not saying like fall out with them, but during this lockdown everyone's got a lot of time to think, and if they do not mature after this lockdown period and they're still with their old, you know, girly gossipy ways, then that's your sign to cut. That's your sign to go. That's your sign to just draw the line. Whatever you want to do, stay friends with certain friends, don't stay friends with other friends. Obviously it's harder when you're at school. I kind of forget that because I'm not at school anymore and I'm talking like you can just like not see them. But I feel like you could try and be more distant with certain people. Basically, if there's going to be more time for revealing fakeness, it's going to be now. So I would say don't make decisions now. I just say see how it pans out, because if it's that fake without that certain friend there, things are going to fall down without you even having to do anything. So I just say wait it out until after this lockdown period. I know I keep saying that, but like it's really not the best idea to like make such vital decisions during this period because it might not go the way you want because things aren't normal. So maybe that wasn't good advice, but I just feel like you just need to wait to see if the friends still stay fake and if things actually do go back to normal, if they actually all come crashing down. But either way, you know that it's happening and that you can kind of be prepared for it, you know, and just try not to make yourself be in the middle of any beef. If someone wants to start beef with you, you just end it in the most mature way as possible. Like all you can do is focus on yourself and focus on being respectful to everyone, and that's it. So your name doesn't get dragged through the mud, basically. Lots of my friends are getting their periods. Oh, so cute. And talking about getting boyfriends, but I'm still 13, so I know it doesn't matter about all those things, but it can be hard when all my friends are asking each other for pads. Or finding their crush likes him back and stuff. That is so cute. Like, I shouldn't even be calling it cute. I'm just... throwback. No. I wouldn't dwell in it for right now because you're going to get your period soon. You're going to start having boys fancy. You're going to start fancying boys. Don't force yourself to grow up just because your friends are. I feel like around the age of like 12 to 15, it's like a really big difference of maturity between girls, especially because some are like full on women and then some are like me with no boobs. That's not the point. I started my period at 10, so let me not say that. But I had these boobs at 10 years old and I was very like mature for my age, and then everyone else was younger than me. I used to have to try, it's opposite, but I used to have to try and make myself younger for them because I was so much older. But don't do that because you lose yourself in the process. Just try and not grow up with them. Try and grow up at your own pace when you feel comfortable with it, and when you start your period, like, full stop. And also, periods aren't even that great, like, there's a lot of blood and it's not pretty. Obviously, I know it's like a, you know, girly thing to get excited if you're a period, but trust me, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. I get extreme period pains, heavy periods, headaches, you get moody. It's not a fun time, so I just say live in the moment, girl. I wish I was not on my period when I was 13, so I just say make the most of it. You're still in school, you've got a lot of growing to do. You grow when you want to grow and when your body decides to grow. Don't let anyone else, friendship groups, boys, the thought of wearing a pad change you and how you want to do things. Because even though your friends might be more grown than you, that doesn't necessarily mean they're more grown than you mentally. They might be more grown as in there's blood coming out of you, their hoo-ha, but they might not be mature when it comes to their mental state. So don't try and compare yourself. Like, everyone grows at their own time. So I just say leave it as it is and just try to not let it get to you, because it will be over soon and you'll soon be bleeding out your hoo-ha too. So don't worry about it. It's fine, even though it's not fine. Periods are not great. So I think I'm gonna leave it there. I kind of did quite a lot. I think I did quite a lot. Let me know if you do want to see more things like this where I actually like help you from a personal level, because I would definitely do that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and took advice yourself, even if it wasn't you asking the questions, because sometimes a lot of us are struggling with the same thing. So I hope that one thing on there helped you in some way. But yeah, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!